Welcome everybody. I came by Rubey and we're back once again. Let's get to the topic at hand, self-reliance. But wait, first, I would like to thank everybody that's checking out the video. My regular subscribers, thank you so much. And for those of you that are just joining me for the first time, come and join us. So the topic at hand is self-reliance. I like this one. This one has helped me a lot from my own personal experience in life, get a lot stronger. Reliance on one's own powers and resources rather than those of others. Yes, so self-reliance. Now, before I started building myself, oh boy, I would rely sometimes on way too many people, their resources, and then get mad if they didn't come through. I had said this in the prior video until I realized what's wrong with me. It has none of that. I should be mad at myself. You never expect anything from no one, right? So self-reliance I really like, because if you think about it, right, you separate those two words, it has totally two different meanings. Put them together, it comes out to something positive, basically, that you have to rely on yourself. And the self-reliance for myself, when I started getting into this, like I have three things I wrote down here because I didn't want to forget. And one was learn as much as you can. Another one was don't be afraid to ask questions. And another one that I wrote down, put what you learned into action. So if you think about it and you number it out, first would be learn as much as you can, take as much knowledge and wisdom as you can. This CPU, you will be amazed at how much it can just interact, and you would think that you forgot something. And this is how I started to build that skill within myself. With self-reliance, you got to start with that mentality first. Get that brain strong. That thing is just like a muscle. If you don't exercise and don't work it in thought, it's gonna what? It's just gonna slowly lose all its muscle, and it's not gonna work as strong. No. Got to keep that muscle going strong. Keep that thought process going. So now with self-reliance, what you want to do is you want to start with all of these things, and that CPU that you have within here, that brain that can hold so much information, can analyze everything, and that's when you have those aha moments, when you get spiritually connected. Mind, body, and spirit is one. That's the aha moment, because it's referring to old stuff in that database clicking with the new stuff, right? Like a puzzle. Boom, boom, boom. You're like, oh my gosh, now I get it. That's what I mean by learn as much as you can. Just keep putting it in there. Don't and think about it every so often. Look, don't worry about retaining everything. You're gonna figure certain things, but when it pops up or you look about it or go to refresh your mind on it, you'll be like, wow, I remember. Now, don't be afraid to ask questions. Question everything. Whatever you can, especially when you see someone doing something that they love or that's a trait of theirs, you could learn so much. Believe me, you can. So ask questions. That's how you learn. Don't be scared to ask questions, right? Like when you're in the school environment, oh, I don't want to raise them. No, raise that hand high and say, I got a question. Hold on. That's how you learn. And then now for number 3, put what you learned into action. Take all these things that a lot of how I learned, believe it or not, was just taking everything that I through all these steps or numbers that I was pointed out to you, 1, 2, and which we're on 3, is that I took them all and put them into use, and then I saw what worked, what didn't work. I didn't repeat that process, and I held on to that skill or knowledge, whatever I had, put it aside, and whenever I had to go back to it, if I had to refresh, I knew it was there, and I was able to execute the plan. Slowly now, when I got this mind going into that process, and believe me, it takes time. Everybody's different. Keep working at it. Now, as I started building my self-reliance with all these tools I was putting in my toolbox, I was really jamming. I was getting there now. Now the next thing was to basically always put it into practical use, always use it in your everyday life, that self-reliance. Because then if you know how to depend on yourself for everything you need, you'll be totally able to help anyone that does need, and you will be humble. Well, take care, everybody. I came by Rubey. Many blessings, and I love all you guys and girls out there. Thank you so much for your support. Take care.